Hello students. Today in this lecture I am going to discuss a very important named reaction, that is Dasein condensation. So if you see what is this Dasein condensation is, it is a base catalyzed reaction of alpha halogenated carbonyl compounds and aldehyde or ketone to form directly alpha beta epoxy carbonyl compound. So it is a base catalyzed reaction which takes place between alpha halogenated carbonyl compounds and aldehydes or ketone. And what we are going to get is alpha beta epoxy carbonyl compounds. And if you see, this Dasein condensation is also known as Dasein glycidic ester condensation. So what is this Dasein glycidic ester condensation is? It is nothing but here whatever the product we are going to get, the final product, that is alpha beta epoxy carbonyl compound, this alpha beta epoxy alpha beta epoxide ring will be called as glycidic. So hence it can also be called as Dasein glycidic ester condensation. So if here in this electron withdrawing group, if ester group is present, then it is called Dasein glycidic ester condensation. And this Dasein glycidic ester condensation or Dasein condensation is classified as heteroannulation reaction. So already in the previous video I have discussed about Robinson annulation. So that is carbon annulation. Here it is classified as heteroannulation. So as we know, annulation is where there will be formation of ring. So here you can see there is formation of new heterocyclic ring. So hence it is called, or it comes under heteroannulation reaction. There is a new heterocyclic ring is formed in the process. So this is the new heterocyclic ring, that is heteroannular ring which contains oxygen. And one more important aspect or one more important thing about this Dasein condensation is it is a non-oxidative method for the preparation of epoxides. Really, epoxide, how we are going to get epoxide ring system is by oxidation, by treating alkene with peroxide acids. So but here we are not using any oxidizing agent. So hence it is called a non-oxidative method of preparation of epoxide. So this is very important regarding Dasein condensation. And if you come for the general substrate for this Dasein condensation, here these are the substrate which can be used, and these substrate will yield corresponding epoxy derivatives. So what are the substrates for Dasein condensations are alpha halo carbonyl compounds. Here X you can take halogen or you can take tosyl. Okay, so here alpha halo carbonyl compound, this is one substrate. So you can also take alpha halo ester, that is also act as a substrate for Dasein condensation. One more substrate is alpha halo sulfones, can also be used, alpha halo nitrites. So these alpha halo derivatives are going to act as donors. Okay, and these donors will react with either aldehyde or ketone. So here aldehydes or ketone will act as acceptors. So it is a simple reaction between donor and acceptor. So this alpha halo derivatives upon reaction with aldehydes or ketones in presence of base, usually used base are alkoxy bases. Here is the example. So potassium tertiary butoxide or sodium ethoxide are the commonly used base for carrying out this Dasein condensation. So these donors and acceptor react to give directly alpha beta epoxy derivatives. So here is the products formed by Dasein condensation reaction. That is, if we take alpha halo carbonyl compound, we are going to get alpha beta epoxy carbonyl compound. If we take substrate alpha halo ester, then we are going to get alpha beta epoxy ester derivative. And if the substrate is alpha halo sulfones, then we are going to get alpha beta epoxy sulfone. And if the substrate is alpha halo nitrile, then we are going to get alpha beta epoxy nitrile. You can also call it as glycidic carbonyl derivatives, glycidic ester, glycidic sulfone, glycidic nitrile will be the product. So this is the general reaction for Dazen condensation. Next task is how this Dazen condensation takes place. So that for understanding that one, we need to see the mechanism. So here is the mechanism. So it is complete general mechanism. If you take any of the substrate which are mentioned in the general reaction, for that substrate, this is the general mechanism. So this Dazen condensation takes place in 3 steps. First step will be deprotonation. So here is the general representation of, here this leaving group will be halo group, here electron withdrawing group may be carbonyl, ester or whatever. So if this alpha halo derivative, if it is treated with base, what happens is, first step, there will be abstraction of this alpha hydrogen which is acidic, so it will be get deprotonated and we are going to get anion. Okay, so this is first step. So once this anion is formed, what happens is there will be carbon-carbon bond forming process will take place between this anion and the corresponding carbonyl compound. So this anion now it reacts with either aldehyde or ketone. So here this is going to act as donor and here this is acting as acceptor. Okay, and you can see there is formation of carbon-carbon bond and you are going to get alkoxy derivative. Okay, so if it takes proton, then you can have halohydrin intermediate. In the third step, what happens is, whatever the alkoxy derivative formed in the second step, now it will undergo intramolecular cyclization reaction. So this leaving group, it is also called as nucleofuge. Means the leaving group which carries negative charge will also be called as nucleofuge, and it will be lost, and you can see there is formation of one more bond. Okay, usually if you see the annulation reaction, there will be formation of 2 new bonds. The case is same with Robinson annulation. Here also this is the first carbon-carbon bond formation. So this is second, and here it is carbon-oxygen bond formation. So there will be 2 new bond formation will take place in annulation reaction, and it leads to the formation of alpha beta epoxy derivative. Okay, so this is the general mechanism of Dazen condensation. So these are the important aspects regarding Dazen condensation. Thank you.